Pretty girl. Ain't you pretty girl? Boots is so majestic. He's like a lion king, but a wolf king. Oh, he got up to run.
She's gonna be the fastest out of all of them when she grows up. She's got a reader's bag, like a streamlined jet.
See what they're looking at. The sunset's really beautiful, huh? Look at it right here. It's like super, really pretty. Why are you trying to... He's not cattle. He's not a goat. He's not a cow. She's running him like he's a goat. I purchased some walking onions off of Etsy. And if you guys don't know what walking onions are, they're a perennial onion. Once you plant them, they never die. They last through the cold, the heat, snow. They'll go... It's like a bulb. So... You plant these bulbs, I'll show you. You plant these bulbs here in the ground. These are mature bulbs, okay? And they come back every year. They sprout greens, and you can eat the whole plant. The green, the bulb, and these things grow on the top, okay? And you can eat these too, or plant them. But, so they don't flower. This is how they have clusters. So they grow up and then they produce these clusters which fall over in the ground. That's why they're called walking onion, and they replant themselves. Or you could do it. So, but I got these, and yeah, I'm really excited to never have to plant onions again. That's the goal. Well, I'll probably plant these, but you know what I mean. They come back every year after year after year, more and more and more and more. So, but to start them off, I'm just going to put them in this pot so I can keep a good eye on them and reproduce them here for a little bit, because I don't want the animals to get to them. And then once I know they're well established, then I'll put them in the ground. Yeah, but it's like a bulb, you know, a flowered bulb. Comes back every year and it dies out in the winter. And the bulb stays alive under the ground, though. They're like, it's all living. So we're going to go keep it in the aquaponics. Alrighty, so I brought my pot here in my aquaponics. I have an area cleared out just for wicking pots. And so here's, take a look at my greens in my aquaponics. I grow collards and cabbage leaves and broccoli rabe, and it's just really good green spinach, really good stuff. I put it in my stir fry. It's starting to have little broccoli rabes coming on here. So yeah, beautiful, beautiful. And this is my aquaponics. I start seeds down here usually, but my light went out. So I have to get new lights down there. So anyways, I cleared out this corner. See, this is my cactus bed. I don't have much going on in here. Pretty dried out. Oh, my little cactus area. And I cleaned this bed out, so I'm going to plant new stuff here. So I cleaned this area out for new stuff. But anyways, I'm putting the onions, the walking onions out here to get established, because I'm just scared that the chickens will get to it or something. I want to produce enough or you know, who knows, squirrels or whatever might get to my walking onions. I'm going to keep them in here for a little bit. So all you do, and what I know is what I found on the internet, right? Just like we all learn. So this is a full-grown one, and I'm going to put this right here. I'm going to put my thing right here. Bring it down. Okay. So this is a full-grown one, and I think we'll take off this paper a bit here just to help it out, maybe. Just take out the old paper around the edges. I don't know if it needs it, but that's what I'm doing. All right. Okay, I think let's do it all. Let's do it all. This one actually might have 2 in it after it's all said and done here. Yeah, so walking onions, I mean, it's so interesting how some things remain a well-known secret for a while. Even though I've been gardening for a long time, I've never heard of these until just recently when I started looking up, yeah, that doesn't look like a good one. When I started looking up perennials for my food forest, this popped up. That's the only reason why I found this. So, I'm glad I found it. Alright, I think that's good. I think that's good. So we're going to put this one they say bury these ones in the ground, right? And then, but the shallots, not shallots, but they're kind of like it, I guess, like these bulbs, you can do halfway in the ground. So, but the walking onion, they literally like walk. You know, as I was explaining earlier, they grow really tall with these things on top though. And then once they start drying out, they fall over and plant themselves. And then they grow up and they fall over and plant themselves. So it's like they're walking. But, you know, interestingly, I found out it's called Egyptian walking onion, but they're not from Egypt. They're actually from Canada. And we'll break these ones up, plant these ones separately, and I hope they're not too old or dried out. I hope I got good ones, because they say if they're dried out, they won't grow once you let them dry out. So that's the only thing about these. You can't store them like regular onions. You have to use them while they're wet. Well, they're not wet. Well, they're hydrated, basically. And plant them while they've still got life to them, hydration to them. Yeah, this one doesn't look all the way dried out. That's good. That's good. So, take off the paper, the drier parts, I think. The protective dry covering. And then pointy side up in the ground. But yeah, they say once they dry out, they won't reproduce. So they're all living. They're like alive. The whole plant is alive. And if you let it dry out, it dies. Like with regular onions, you can store dried onions and replant them and they're good. But not these. So you gotta plant them while they're still hydrated. And then I guess they don't store well for eating later, but they're perennial, so why would you need to do that? You know? So I think that one's good. Yeah, so we're gonna do this. So they're all edible, the tops, the bottoms, everything, but from what I gather, most people don't want to pull the bulb out, like, because that's what gives you onion over and over again, you know? They don't, unless you have thousands or hundreds of them, you don't want to do that until you got a lot. But once it gets established, then you can pull them out and not worry about losing any. Oh, yeah. So, but the most people don't eat the bulbs because the bulbs is what comes back year after year. They go dormant in the winter and come back in the summer and spring. So we're gonna go ahead. Let's plant these big ones first. So finish peeling this one. Let's plant these big ones first, and then we'll plant all the little ones. The big ones we'll put all the way in the ground to the top, and then the little ones we only insert halfway in. That's what I've seen anyways. And they say it's really hard to kill these. Besides drying them out completely, like, they pretty much thrive. So we'll put this one right here. There we go. Put those down there. Yeah. It's for, if you want to kill these, they're just hard to kill, they say. Alright, so I'm going to do halfway. Just push it in. Push it in like that. Like they would mimic nature, you know? Just go halfway and see what takes root. Put these over here. The cat, only thing, likes to pee in here, so hopefully, you know, it's interesting. I find that the cat pee doesn't hurt my plants, and you would think it would, but so far, cat always pees in here, and it only helps. As long as it doesn't scratch my bulbs out here. I have a few pots that I left in here over winter, and they're the greenest pots, and it's because the cat peed in it. And you would think it'd be like dog pee and burn your plants, but I mean, so far it's just helped. Didn't burn any of my plants, but we'll see. It might have been the species that I was growing. Oh, there we go. Alright. We're just going to take this top layer off here. There. Alright, and plant this one in the middle right here. There we go. In here to decompose, but maybe that, you know, the onion smell might keep the cats away. It's interesting. I don't smell anything yet since I was sick with, you know what, my taste, since the taste and smell has not come back, and it's really irritating me. I can't smell these. They say they smell like onion, and I don't smell it, so hopefully it's just me. Okay. Put this right here. Oh, I don't want to bury it all the way. I want to do halfway, like the guy in the video. I'm excited. I hope these take and do well. You never know what you get on when you're buying online, you know? So, let's Switch our view here. Switch our view. I think I got a big enough pot for these. Yeah, I just hope they aren't too dried out, you know. Alright, let's put that right here. I soaked them in water for about a half hour to help revive them. And they were in my mailbox, and it's like 90 degrees. They were in my mailbox for about a half hour before I realized they were delivered. I was like, oh no, I hope the heat doesn't kill them, but they were nice. They were wrapped in paper, newspaper, and they didn't seem hot or anything to the touch. So that's, hopefully, they're good. They were shipped overnight though, or mailed really fast. It only took like 2 days to get here. So that's good. Alright, now I got a whole bulb here. I could just plant, but I don't want to just plant that one. I'm not going to take the dry ones off. Let's see if it matters. I guess, you know, I will plant this whole one. Let's plant this whole one and see what happens when I plant that whole one in there. Well, you know what? Let me take off another one. That one's, I'll take off the bigger ones. I don't want to plant them all together. Never mind, but you can do that. They said you could do that. But I'll plant these 3. No. Hey, no chicken! Alright, you know what? I'm just going to plant, separate it. But they said you can, on YouTube world, you can plant the whole thing if you wanted to. Alright. And not break them up. You don't have to do that. And you don't have to peel the dead skin off either. I just did that. Alright, y'all. So we'll give it a good watering and check back in a week or so and see if we have any new growth. So, but that's how you plant Egyptian walking onions. We'll just talk to you later, and don't forget to subscribe, y'all. Peace.